Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel. Now our topic for today, a comprehensive guide to opening a futures account and also selecting a futures brokers. Before you can open a futures trading account, you need to select a futures brokers. So we are going to cover in this topic. So this topic primarily is for beginners, but for those who already open your futures trading account, you might notice that some of the parts you might not really understand. Like for example, some of you thought that when you are doing your trading online, you submit all your orders online, behind your account, there is no dealer's representative or what we call as the agent. But is this true or not? So in this topic, I'm going to give you step-by-step guides how to select a futures brokers, those criteria, and how do you open a futures trading account. So before I start, as usual, if this is your first video, please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channels and on the notification bell. My name is Ting. Now let's start with a simple disclaimer. Our topic for today is meant for education purposes. There is no buy or sell call. Now, from the time that we are going to open our futures account until we can successfully start with our first contract, generally we have these 5 steps. So let's start with the first steps, selecting a futures brokers. Now, how do you select a futures brokers? Before you can understand how to select a futures brokers, we need to understand who are the brokers. So we need to know the list of futures brokers in Malaysia. Or another common terms that being used in our industry is what we call as trading participants. Or for y'all, to be more common for y'all will call it as brokers. But for us, normally we call it as TP or trading participants. So where can you get the list? Now you can get it via Bursa Malaysia website. You can go to bursamalaysia.com, you go to trade, then you go to brokers for derivative. You need to select brokers for derivative because there's a difference between brokers for equity and brokers for derivative. Some of them, they are brokers for equities, but they might not have a license to handle derivative. So this is the basic things that you need to understand. Once you click on it, you can see the whole list of futures brokers, or what we call as trading participant in Malaysia. They are being arranged according to their alphabet. So you can see, for example, Affin Hwang Investment Bank, Bharat Investment Bank, Apex Securities, and also CJS CMB Futures. So you can see this list, and you can get their address as well, their contact, their email, their website. Because nowadays, many of the account opening, you can finish it or successfully apply via their website itself. For example, like Affin Hwang, I can understand that you are allowed to open online. So this is one of the parts that you need to understand. So generally, all the contacts and address being provided are their HQ, their headquarters site. So let's say if you are not within the Klang Valley, like Selangor, KL, you can approach them to get their branches, because many of them, they have their branches in the respective states. You can check with them. But even you do not want to approach the branches, you can still open your account successfully via their HQ or their website itself. So these are all their contacts. In Malaysia, roughly we have about 20 futures brokers or licensed or approved. Be careful, make sure they are approved, and these are all the lists being approved. You can check with them. Now, once you already selected the futures brokers, remember there's only a companies. In short, you only selected companies. Subsequently, you need an agent to take care of your account. It doesn't matter whether you're going to do it online by yourself or you're going to call, you still need an agent. So the agent itself, in our industry, we name it as registered dealer representative. Or another way, some of them, they will cut short and call it as dealers. But the more precise term is registered dealer representative, or what you can understand is agent. So that is company's perspective only. Subsequently, we still need an agent. Many of you mistakenly you thought that when you do your trades or you submit your orders online, you do not have an agent. But actually behind that, all trading accounts need to be tagged under a dealer's representative. So it can be two different type of dealers representative, which I'm going to highlight to you. So basically in Malaysia, we have two types. Generally, the first one is what we call as salaried dealer representative, or what we call as SDR. So these are a bunch of dealers being hired by the futures broker itself, meaning the company hired a group of dealers to take care of a group of clients. So all the clients is under the company itself. So they are not commission based. They are salary based, meaning the company pay them fixed salary, then they handle the clients. Now, another type is what we call as commission futures brokers representative, or what we call as CFBR. So sometimes these we call as dealers, here we call as commission futures brokers. So CFBR, meaning they are commission based. Generally, they are self-employed. They employ themselves. They are self-employed, so they only share their commission with the companies because they can't do it by themselves. This is the requirement. They need to tag with a futures brokers. So they need to tag the futures brokers. Then they are self-employed, but they share the commission with the company itself. So these two, it doesn't matter SDR or CFBR, their responsibilities the same. For example, they can take orders. They can help you to submit the orders. They can help you to modify your orders. They can help you to change your email address. They can help you to open your trading accounts. So their responsibilities, they are the same. The only thing is one is representing the companies, one is representing individuals. But CFBR nowadays, many of them, they will group together, they will form a group of CFBR, meaning A and B, they help to take care of each other's, their clients. Let's say, for example, a CFBR one is on the line, but the second client's call in. So the other CFBR will help to take care. But when it comes to SDR, because they are shared, they are representing the companies, whoever clients call in, whichever dealers that they are free, they will just attend to it. So one is a group that handling for you, one is basically individuals that handling for you. They are no different in between them, but it's just that which one is your selection is up to you. Which one is more towards your own preference, you can go with it. Some of them, they just think that ain't no difference. Wherever they approach, I think that this is the persons that I can be trusted of, then I will select. It's okay. So this is the two types of registered dealers representative. Generally, we have another type called MR, but MR I'm not going to cover marketing representative. You can see from the name itself, meaning they can only do marketing sales, then they pass the clients over to SDR or CFBR, then they will help to handle. Now, once you already selected an agent, the next thing that we need to understand is how do we select a futures brokers. Another thing is, to be more precise, is how do we select a futures broker / an agent or dealer's representative, the licensed person. Now, these are all the criteria for you to take it as a reference only, because different individuals, our requirement very much different. Now, I give you a layman perspective. Let's say, for example, if today I'm going to buy a flight ticket, I'm going to select different airlines. How am I going to select? Different people, we have different requirements. Let's say, for example, some people, they need the cheapest flight ticket will do. Some people, they need some services. Some, they don't mind paying, they need all the services that required by them. So very much depending on individuals. So these are all the criteria. You take it as a reference, give it a thought, then you, based on the reference, you can go and select the futures brokers, at the same time select an agent's or dealer's representative. Now, the first one is definitely commission rate, because commission rate is going to affect our P&L or our bottom line, meaning whether we are having a profit or loss. Sometimes the commission itself will affect us. So this is the first part that you need to understand. Certain people, they don't mind paying higher commission rate in returns of more services, etc. So this is up to individual. But just for information, even under the same futures brokers, Let's say, for example, you approach salary base and you approach commission base. The commission rates that they're going to quote you might be different as well. So you can check it out. On average, I would say that generally, one tick in Malaysia, you can cover all your commission for futures trading. Meaning, let's say, for example, you are trading FKLI, one tick for FKLI is 25 ringgit Malaysia. So by one tick, one movement, the market, you can cover your commission rate. For FCPO, the same thing, because one tick is representing one ringgit Malaysia, which is representing 25 ringgit Malaysia. So you can cover. So that is the reference for you to understand. Now, the second part is the services. When it comes to services, futures brokers, let's say, for example, when your platform is down, when you call them, are they allow you to submit your orders with them? Are you going to place your orders with them? Let's say, for example, you have some issues with your trading platform. When you check with them, are they going to guide you through or not if you do not know how to use it? Let's say, for example, today you change your emails. You wanted to submit to request to change your email address because the statement is going to send it to you. Are they going to service you or not? So generally, these are all the services that you're looking at. Majority of them, basic services, definitely they are going to give it to you. But other than that, let's say, for example, you need their opinions in terms of the market, etc. Maybe this kind of services, very depending. So you can check with the futures brokers or the license holder, or what we call as the dealer's representative, which part that you require and whether they provide the kind of services for you or not. Now, the third part that we are looking at is your trading platform. Now, when it comes to trading platform, if you are beginners, different trading platform doesn't matter because you are going to learn everything new. So any type of trading platform, you can just learn it. It's okay. So let's say, for example, today I'm the first time using a mobile phone. This handphone, right, it doesn't matter which brand. To me, I just need to learn everything from scratch. So if you're beginners, there's no different. But once you are more advanced, maybe some of the function in the trading platform itself you require. Some of them they have, some of them they do not have. Now, trading platform in Malaysia for all the futures brokers, generally we have about 3 to 5 different service providers. So their platform, their layout, everything might look slightly different as well. So you need to select which one is more suitable for you. And even under the same futures brokers, sometimes they have different service provider, meaning they're going to provide you different platform for you to select. And be careful, some of the trading platform, they might charge you. You need to check with them. Basic one, they are not going to charge you. Those more advanced or those more customized platform, they are going to charge you. So you need to check with them, because some of the platform, if let's say, for example, you hit the minimum number of contract per month, they are going to waive. So check with them and make sure that you understand. For beginners, my personal advice to you is start with something basic. If possible, start with web-based will do, because if you have an application base, sometimes too customized, a lot of issue as well. Sometimes you accidentally click, then the whole chart disappear, you panic, or the whole price code disappear, you panic, because sometimes too customized might not be good for beginners. So you can select a trading platform that is easy for you to access and not much of customization. It can be web-based, then you're going to see that less complication for you to experience. So as a beginners, my personal advice to you, you can take a basic one, then subsequently you notice that you need some of the functions that is not available in the trading platform, you can request your futures brokers to explain to you another type of trading platform, etc. Now, the last one is in terms of research report. Some of the futures brokers, they provide quite frequent research report. Let's say one before the market open, one during the market break, another one is at the end of the day. Some even they have Telegram groups, WhatsApp group. But it very much depending on individuals. Some of you, you might have your own trading system, your trading strategies. You do not want this all so-called as noises or market outlook. Then you can ignore. That's the reason why I say that these are all the criteria for me to provide to you, but up to individuals, which one is more important for you. So you can go and check it out, then you weigh along the way, then you can finalize your selection based on your own preference. Then once you finalize, you already selected your futures brokers, then you can start to apply your trading accounts. Now, nowadays, many of the futures trading accounts you can apply via online. Let's say, for example, like just now, Afin Huang, my understanding is you can finish everything, complete everything online itself. So CGS, CMB, futures, this all day, you can apply and complete your whole application via online. You don't even need to visit their branches or visit their companies or visit their HQ itself. So once you apply, then you need to determine your mode of transaction, meaning are you going to coin? Because nowadays there are still some of the traders, they prefer coin. Definitely coin, you're going to pay higher commission. If you do it by yourself online, it will be cheaper. So it's up to you. Then subsequently, another one is once your account being approved, then you can start to deposit your money. Now, some of you will say, once I apply, definitely will be approved. No. Some of the accounts might be rejected, but minority, I would say a small fraction of it only, because if you are bankruptcy or you are being blacklisted by Bursa Malaysia, you cannot get your account to be open. So once your account being approved, you can start to deposit into your trading account. There's certain companies, they require minimum deposit for you to start because of the margin required. So you can check with your respective brokers. Then once you deposit your account, you can start to trade. So on average, from step 1, meaning once you've already selected your futures brokers until step 5, which you can already start your trading, on average it's about 3 to 5 days. You should be able to get yourself started in futures trading. But let's say, for example, like 2022 and beginning of 2021, you're going to see that some of the futures brokers require about a month before they can get your accounts ready because too many applications. But nowadays, going back, on average, I would say within 3 to 5 days, some of the futures brokers, they even can get your account open within the day itself. So you can check with your so-called as dealer's representative or what we call as agent and see how it works. So I hope that today the session, right, I get yourself started in futures trading. I already provide you with the step-by-step guides, and I also provide you with the necessary information and the criteria for you to select the futures brokers and also the dealer's representative. I hope this particular section is going to help you in your futures trading journey itself. So please remember to give us a thumbs up for this particular video, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channels and on your notification bell. My name is Ting. I'm going to see you in our next video. Bye bye.